Welcome back to another video. This is another paid request for Vonte. Thank you so much for that. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, video game playthrough for an hour or full playthrough, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal. I do have a CashApp as well. Links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. For those who sent them, thank you. I do appreciate it. Now, if you've been joining me, well, actually, I'll probably upload these the same day. Vonte requested the 3 horror movie Popeyes. Popeye, yeah. Just that's what Popeye needed. Character I like, character I enjoy. Even got him right here. And you know, he got pissed, he threw something down. I won't keep that in because, you know, Popeye deserves to be pissed. Popeye deserves to be angry. Popeye deserves to be fueled by rage. In fact, this is what made Popeye a killer. These movies. These are the movies that made him a killer. That's probably why it happened. Because he had to suffer these shitty films like I did. And he had to be made to suffer, and I don't blame him for being pissed, because I'm pissed too. I'm pissed for him. Because I've repeated this, but I'll say it again. You could have taken the budgets of all 3 of these films and made like a decent to good Popeye animated film. And I know they were going to do it long ago, but no. But they went and made the Emoji Movie. Go figure. Because they thought Popeye wouldn't work in today's age. But a horror movie Popeye, just done on the cheap, that'll work. You'd have 3 of them. And this one may be the worst one. It tries to do stuff the most different, but in a way that makes it the worst. I don't know if I said this, I probably repeated myself, but fuck it, I don't care. If anyone wants to request any type of videos, PayPal's the best way to do it. I do have a Cash App as well. Links are down below, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. Now, this one, it tries to be a parody. It really, really tries to be funny. And in a way that makes it a lot more fucking annoying. This is also of the 3 Popeyes. Popeye the Slayer Man, which sadly is the best of the 3, and that's a terrible film. Popeye's Revenge is the most lazy. This one might be the most annoying. And this is one that employs a lot more CGI. There's practical, but there's a lot more CGI. I don't remember, there's a little bit of CG fire in Popeye's Revenge for a little bit, but it's mostly like practical effects. This one, where to even start? It's trying to be like, we're so bad, enjoy us. You cannot do that, because when you do, you make yourself look more like an asshole. You make yourself look like in a weird way, like a pretentious prick of the goofy variety. Look how funny we are, how bad we are, tee-hee. No, it's up to the audience whether they think it's bad or good. That's why people can laugh at Samurai Cop or Troll 2 or some of these other movies, because they weren't purposely being bad, they just ended up being really bad. But when films like purposely, oh, look how shitty we are, it just makes you come off as... I always use the analogy, let's say someone's walking on the ice, and they slip. Now, no, it's not right to laugh, but you may laugh, because, as long as they're not hurt, but like, oh shit, oh, man, yeah. Okay, once you know the person's alright, you kind of laugh about it. But if someone goes, I'm going to slip, then it's like, fuck you doing, man? That's stupid. Same thing. It takes place in 1986. at the very beginning they say it's a film based on real people and real murders, and part of me is like, I don't know if you could do that, but it's meant to be a parody, so yes, they can. So Halley's Comet is arriving, and a group of people, including this girl that's kind of like a goth chick, her brother, who is the worst actor in the movie. He's wooden as a fucking table, wearing a pink shirt or sweater, whatever the fuck it was. They're going off to camp out while Halley's Comet and the meteor shower happens. And they're going to arrive and meet like 5 other people. 2 of them are like stoners. One's like a nerdy female Asian stoner. One is a guy that looks like, I don't know, like Jonah Hill, Danny McBride kind of put together. I don't know. And then the other 2 is like a couple. And I forget who the fuck the other person was. Oh, the other is her brother's. There's the lead, her brother, her brother's girlfriend, and then the people I mentioned. This film tries so many times to reference the 80s that it got so irritating. Just to name a few. Oh, she's gonna be like that chick from Alien. Oh, that was such a good movie. Or the lead has this letter that she could get to MIT or something from the dean, and it's signed by Betsy Palmer. You know, Betsy Palmer, the actress from Friday the 13th. At one point, the brother is talking to someone, and he goes into, well, like someone says, life's moving pretty fast. So the quote in Ferris Bueller, which I know came out in 1986, so whenever this takes place in 86, I don't even know if the film was even out yet, but because then they also reference the Terminator and, oh, there's talks of doing a sequel. Oh, it won't be as good. I don't know if there was talks of a sequel in 1986 to Terminator. Oh, you see that movie Critters? It's out. Yeah, it just came out today. The last fucking scene is the lead girl getting a metal hand and turns to the camera and says, groovy. There's a scene where the girl says, get away from her, you prick, instead of you bitch. This is a good reminder of don't reference better movies in your piece of shit. Because you reference Alien, Ferris Bueller, the Don't Mess with the Horns, Breakfast Club. They mentioned Breakfast Club. What was it? The Terminator, Critters. Stop referencing your Aliens with the get away from her bitch, but it's prick. Groovy Evil Dead, technically Evil Dead 2. Which, hell, Evil Dead 2 was 87. This came out in 86. But it's not supposed to, you know, well, you're taking this too seriously. Well, someone fucking has to. And it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It's like, please laugh at how shitty we are. No. How about not? How about not and say we did? Huh? How about not? Each of these movies, well, yeah, each of these movies needs the old man, crazy Ralph warning. There was Popeye the Slayer Man, who's at the bar and he's warning them about the Sailor Man. In Popeye's Revenge, there was the fisherman who warns, but he stays there anyway, so he gets killed too. And here it's some homeless bum wino. You gotta get out of here, the comet is the killer. He even has a comic book called The Killer Comet. There's something evil in there. Okay, dude, sure, we'll leave. You gotta go. I don't know if we ever see that homeless guy again, now that I think about it. The music tries very badly to be 80s synthesizer music, which I'm a sucker to listen to, so I guess of the three films, this would have the best music. I guess I would say that. But it's not like I would go out of my way to listen to this fucking music again. Oh yeah, the lead girl, her name is Olive Oil. Her brother name her brother's name is Castor. Castor oil. That's the humor in this movie. Oh, listen, David, castor oil. Just hey, oil, yeah. How about baby oil? And Puff Daddy just starring it. Oh, the other type of humor is okay. One guy gets killed, gets his head torn off, and Popeye shits on the guy's neck. I probably should have started the review with that, but I wanted to save that for a surprise for people who actually got 11 minutes into this. Yeah, that is something that happens. But we haven't gotten there yet. You get this awful fake looking comet that I have seen Saturday morning TV shows do better effects of this comet. It looked like almost like they purposely did it so shitty, but there's no charm to it. It just looked like really just awful bad scene. And that's the thing, if you wanted to be 80s and an 80s movie, then do it all like bad practical effects, models, model shots of the fake comet and all this. Have it filmed or have it look like an 80s film. Do all that. But for the most part, you wouldn't even tell this was 1986 other than they keep fucking referencing 80s stuff. Otherwise, you never would have fucking known. That's the thing. That's the thing that's also stupid. So many of these, not just this, but so many movies that want to take place in the 80s, but then they add all this CG shit and all this stuff. Why do you want the film to take place in the 80s, but you don't want to make the film look anything like 80s? Do it all practical, film it like it, anything of the sort. So there's this old fisherman who wears like green, well, like this actually, wears green like this, and has like a green beret, and he's fishing, he's got a pipe, and the embers of the comet falls to his pipe. Then there's a part that he spends like a full minute just convulsing on this boat, like this. I'm like, we get the point, you don't have to show this for almost a fucking minute. Meanwhile, the characters are doing drugs, and they do that like cliche thing where they do drugs and go ooh, and they like swirl the colors and like cheap effects, like almost like how if someone did drugs on a fucking sitcom, how they would visualize it. So this Popeye who has a CG face. Even Popeye the Slayer Man, they had a practical. You may think it looks goofy and cheap and rubbery, and you may be right, but it was still practical. Here, it's a CG face. It's just blow me, and then wearing green and a green beret, so he's not dressed like Popeye. He has a face that kind of looks like Popeye. There's these two asshats who pick on this guy. He goes, well, blow me down. That's what he says, right? Yeah, blow me down. And he punches, and the guy's like back of his skull explodes, and bad CGI. That looked like a fucking video game. The other guy runs off, and then the seven characters that we're at, they're partying. One of the guys, they go to the outhouse. Popeye opens it. When he opens it, the guy's like for some reason ecstatic, and then for like 40 seconds, Popeye grabs his head. You just see the blood spraying everywhere. It just goes on forever, forever, forever until he rips the head off. Then Popeye goes and sits down and decides to shit on the guy. You know the phrase, go shit down your throat, shit down your neck. So that's what he does. And for comedy, they like to do this ongoing thing that when someone is dead, they still keep moving. So like the head is looking to go, no, please don't. As in, please don't shit down my throat. The fact I have to say this out loud, I feel like a dumb fuck. I have to say this shit out loud. We can't get a good... We can't even get an attempt at a Popeye animated film, but we get one where Popeye shits down someone's throat. With those... I already got a headache. I got a headache. Takes a dump on a body in a shithouse. There's also fart jokes, because we need that. They talk about Terminator, and the sequel's never going to be as good. Which I doubt they're going to be talking about a Terminator sequel in 1986. Oh, Critters is out today. Yeah, let me go rewatch Critters. Critters 4 and Critters 3 is better than your movie. Critters 3 and 4, I will repeat, is better than your movie. A new binge, I can't say that, but I never saw the other one, a muck, whatever the fuck it was called. Yeah, T reminded me of movies that are better than you. Please be my guest. So that's 6 people left. There's a couple fucking, and then you get the idea that he shoves some stick or something up the guy's ass that goes through his mouth, and the girl's screaming, and it cuts away, and then her eyes are doing this, and it's revealed that her head's been cut off. And you see, again, bad CG. Like, the rest of her body's gone. That's bad CG. And then Popeye's face. Ugh, why so much CG? It's weird that of the 3 Popeye films, the one that takes place in the 80s is the one with the most CGI. Something about that is just the most ironic fucking thing to me. I don't know what it is, but it's something. So that's 3 down, so that's 4 left. One of them, the Asian nerdy lady that I guess there's a hint that she might have been a lesbian. Because she's about to ask the lead girl out. She gets killed by a meteor, like a fragment going through her head. Which I'm like, okay, that's weird. Is this going to be some common thing where now they got to worry about meteor shards? No, it never pops up again. Is this going to be a thing where something's fallen, they got to use it to their advantage against Popeye? No. It's just weird that, okay, we have a character that's not even killed by the main fucking villain. Alright. I don't know, it just seemed fucking random. Whatever. So that's another one down. So that's 2. That's 3 left. The lead, her brother, and the brother's girlfriend. Of course, they find out what's going on. They run. Eventually, for some reason, there's a vat of toxic waste in the middle of this fucking place. And they just put like a couple signs, and then yeah, there's just a just toxic waste just there for some reason. And Popeye gets the brother and dips him down. And the sister just watches. She doesn't do a fucking thing to help her brother. She doesn't try to throw something. She doesn't yell. She doesn't do anything. Tackle before he lifts him up. He hasn't lifted for a good while, and the sister does nothing. Just stands there and watches. What a great sister, huh? What a great lead character. These characters, like, up until then, not even fighting back. Dips him, and then he goes after lead girl. The brother's girlfriend is there, and she sees her boyfriend, and he's out of it, and he's like all burnt up and stuff. And then the brother's girlfriend spends the rest of the movie on her hands and knees. I guess she's been wounded, and she just keeps doing this on her hands and knees, crawling for like the rest of the movie. The lead girl finds this place with this veteran in a wheelchair, but that guy's pretty useless because as soon as he walks outside, Popeye kills him off screen. It's where his death is off screen. It's all done in shadows. There's like a 2x4. You just see a shadow. Ah, 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 ah. It's just weird. Like of all the scenes, that you're trying to show all this big gore scenes. This is like a bit where you don't show anything. Okay. Then there's a bit where the first guy Popeye killed, I said the other guy ran off. He comes back, jumps. I guess the shard, something about it in the pipe, he grabs, and then he does this against Popeye's face, but it's not connecting to the face. But you see all this blood, CG blood gushing out. It'd be like me if I'm doing this. Well, I don't. Yeah, okay, imagine I'm doing. Okay, imagine I'm doing this. But then CG blood. You see, it's not connecting. It's not connecting at all. It's not connected to my face. But you see CG blood. It just looks so pathetic and stupid and like no one was even trying. Like it's not even connecting. It's just lazy claptrap horseshit. I'm stabbing you, even though it's about a mile away, and it's a bunch of CGI blood for some reason. Even though when he gets thrown off, there's like barely any marks on the face. What the fuck? Then he steps on the guy's head, but you don't see it. And then the lead girl somehow built this giant saw. And says, because the killer's going after her brother's girlfriend. She says, "Get away from her, you prick." And this is just so pathetic. And I seriously need some ibuprofen because I have a fucking headache now. I'm going to take it right on camera because I feel like it. See, to show you, I'm not kidding. I am not joking. This movie gave me a fucking headache. So she... One second. So I have the saw there, and it's not connecting the pop, and the whole thing's done in CG. Of course, the saw is CG. Popeye is moving, and some of his stuff is CG, and he's like punching at it, and it's this big CG fight. And like she's just screaming and doing this, And the Popeye is swinging in CG and hitting the CG saw. And then she'll do this and all this blood, but it's not really affecting him. And then eventually she's on the ground, he goes up, she does this, a bunch of CG blood flies everywhere, and supposedly kills Popeye. Horrible, horrific looking. It just looks like dog shit. I'm seriously looking at this saying if I could take another pill. It says take one. It's okay. But goddamn, this was awful. And then sometime later, she's made a metal hand like she's Bruce Campbell in Army of Darkness and turns to the camera and says, "Groovy." There ain't no goddamn groovy thing about this. Stop it. Stop it, you false advertising fuck. You fucks. Fuck this shit. Why do all these fucking movies need to exist? It's my fucking problem. 3 fucking Popeye horror films. But not one animated film. For fuck's sake. Can't do anything creative. Well, okay, I guess you say this dude creative, and I guess I can't tell him to do that. He's great bullshit like this. Shiver Me Timbers. I just created a movie that's 80s parody. Well, but it's this barely had shit to do with Popeye. Other than the guy's called Popeye, and other than the one girl's called Olive Oil, there's nothing else about Popeye. He kind of looks like it face-wise. The pipe, the clothes are very different. And I guess him saying blow me down. So I guess there's the... My fucking God, man. I'm done. I'm just repeating myself. I'm fucking done. These 3 Popeye films may be the worst films I've seen this year. Worse than Snow White. I don't like the Snow White movie, but I'd rather watch that than watch these 3 films ever again. I don't think that pill hurt. This pill didn't help because my fucking headache's even worse now. Fuck this fucking shit.